Hi Libras, Trishna here. Welcome to your September 2021 Love, Psychic, and Tarot reading. So what I'm feeling for you Libras for September 2021 is I feel like things are going pretty well in your relationship, or things are pretty much in a stable place, but really for the most part what I was picking up, Libra, is that you really just wanted to get straight into the tarot cards and like get down to business. All right Libras, so getting into the tarot, this actually is quite kind of an intense read. So maybe that's why you guys wanted to get down to business here. But the first card that we have is the Five of Wands. I feel like what this card is trying to say is that there was a lot of fighting or a lot of battling in your relationship in the past. I feel like it was such a battle, or there was so much fighting or arguing or something like that, or even if you were fighting but not talking to each other, but there was just a lot of like upheaval in the relationship, a lot of conflict, whether that was you guys actually talking it out, duking it out, or whether it was you guys just kind of separating and like giving each other silent treatment. Either way, there was a lot of conflict in the relationship, but it was so much and so confusing to the point where I don't think you even know what it was that you guys were fighting about. Maybe you were the one that started it, maybe you weren't, but you don't remember. Either way, you don't remember what were we even fighting about, why were we even upset, how did this even start? So I feel like that was how the relationship may have been in the past, or like the near past. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you ended up trying to make some kind of decision or some kind of choice, trying to weigh your options about what you really wanted, and thinking about the conflicts and trying to really be balanced in that perspective and how you thought about it, and were you maybe looking at things too harshly or in the wrong light? Maybe were you not looking at things harshly enough as you should have? I feel like the conclusion that you came to after this kind of like consideration point, decision point, is I think you looked at the relationship and you realized that it wasn't as tumultuous or as negative as you thought it was. And actually there was a lot of good in there, and there was significantly more good than there was bad. And that was the focus that you took away from this. And that was kind of how you grew out of this relationship and situation. And so it was very positive. Now, the next card we have is the Four of Wands, and I feel like what this is saying, and it depends for each Libra, I'm kind of seeing two different paths here. Again, this is a general reading. Also, please note that energies can be mixed between you and your partner. So I may be saying that you felt a certain way or did a certain thing, but that was actually your partner and it's actually reversed. So anyways, what I'm feeling with the Four of Wands is I feel like for a segment of you Libras that you guys ended up getting married or getting even closer together, or having something in your relationship to celebrate together, and it was a really positive outcome. And you grew from this, and you realized that there was so much good, and you were able to convince or talk to your partner and bring them along, and now you guys are able to continue your relationship at a whole new level than you've ever been able to have it together before. It's an evolved level. You guys have evolved as a couple. At least you have. And if your partner hasn't yet, or if they're not really as on board, but they're still with you, that you're going to take them up. They're going to see things are going to be better and more positive, and eventually they're going to start getting used to that, and they're going to meet you with that same level of positivity and enthusiasm and excitement and love. So they may not be feeling it quite to the extent that you are. They may be dragging their feet a little bit uncertain, wondering if things are just going to go bad, or if some kind of conflict is going to start up again, but you're feeling good. You've grown from this. And so you're going to carry the relationship forward, and they will eventually meet you as they see that there is a new normal for your relationship. That's a feeling for a segment of you Libras. For the other segment, I'm feeling like you made this decision that there was really a lot of good in this relationship, and this is something that you really want to move forward with. And yeah, that you just had been looking at it maybe from a different perspective in the past, but now that you've really looked at the whole picture, you're realizing there's a lot of good. So you have also grown out of this relationship, Libra. However, for this other segment, I feel like maybe there were plans to get married, or there was some kind of milestone that you guys were going to celebrate together, and somehow it's fading away in the distance, or maybe it didn't really happen. It's almost like what could have been. So for you guys, it's a little bit more disappointing. I do feel like that's for a smaller segment of Libras, but that is what I'm feeling there. And then the guidance card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like, Libra, this especially relates to those of you who had a milestone that's now fading away or just isn't going to happen. Kind of more of that what could have been situation, where you're looking at everything and you're kind of looking at what could have been. You're looking at the effort you have put in and the way that you grew, and wondering what happened. And I think, Libra, that you need to step away from that. You need to step away from thinking about what happened. You need to step away from overanalyzing yourself and thinking that you did something wrong. And you kind of need to let that go, Libra. And I think there is a chance that this person that you're with could end up coming back. I think they may be hesitant, but I think there is a chance. I think it would take maybe 2 months or less. If it's 3 months, if it's been 3 months and that hasn't happened, then I would say just move on, because there is going to be other partners for you, and you have evolved, so you're going to bring someone who is ready to evolve with you. But, maybe give it 2 months or something like that if you want to be with them again. If you don't, then, just move on. Yeah, they may come back, but in order for that to happen, you do need to let go of bygones and all of what could have been, and you have to stop asking yourself what you did wrong and just kind of move forward, let yourself go, let all that go, and just understand we all grow and we all have to evolve, and that's what you did, and the universe is going to meet you wherever you're at. So you have evolved, it's going to meet you with a more evolved partner as well, whether it's this person who is starting to grow or it's someone new who has already grown to meet you at your level. So for those of you who you are with your partner and maybe you are getting married or you are celebrating something and things really ended up working out very well for you, your partner may be feeling a little bit down, right? Because they're dragging their feet a little bit. Do your best to be understanding of that. Don't always give in, because sometimes people can get in a very negative wave and then they just stay there and they just stay stuck and they can't ever grow out of that. So don't indulge them too much, but try to be understanding, try to talk them, healing, talk them out. So kind of understand where they are, but then try to shift them into a more positive perspective. And over time, they will start to have more positive perspectives and pull themselves out of whatever dark place that they're currently in. So Libra, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this gave you the guidance that you needed and are looking for. If you're interested in a one-on-one session with me, I do offer some of those. You can check it out by going to the link in the description box below. I offer love readings. I also offer a few other different kinds of readings, and you can see that on the page that the link will lead to. One example of another type of reading that I do is a year ahead spread. So we'll look into all the areas of life for the year ahead. This is a great reading to do in the new year. It's a great reading to do even today if you just want to see how the next year is going to go. It's definitely a really good reading to do on your birthday for your solar return. And it's also a really good gift to give to someone else for their birthday so that they can see their year ahead. So if you're interested in that, please check that out. If this video served you, please give me a like and a subscribe, and please share this with someone else in your life who you think could really benefit from this video or just these types of videos in general. And I will see you in my next video, Libra.